647, taking a live look this morning at the New York City skyline, including in the background there, One World Trade Center. Of course, this weekend will mark the 15th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks. Today, the New York Stock Exchange will honor the victims of the attacks. They'll hold a moment of silence at 9:20 this morning. A very good Friday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch. Lisa Bedeau has the morning off. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we do start with some breaking news that we've been following for you this morning. An early morning car crash in North Fargo sent one person to the hospital. And we just got off the phone with Fargo police, who tell us that the victim's injuries are not life-threatening. The crash happened just after 3 this morning on the 12th Avenue North Bridge near NDSU. Officers say the driver was headed east, crossed the center line into the oncoming lane, and hit the bridge wall on the other side of the road. Also breaking for you overnight, another nuclear test from North Korea is increasing tensions in that part of the world. State-run TV there confirming that the country did conduct its 5th and largest nuclear test this morning. South Korea also confirming it. The White House says they are looking into it. The development comes after the U.S. Geological Survey recorded a 5.3 magnitude seismic event near the North's known nuclear site. President Obama, of course, just wrapped up his final trip to Asia as president and warned of tougher sanctions against North Korea over its nuclear program. 6:40 now and developing for you this morning. This is a big day for both sides in the fight over the Dakota Access Pipeline in western North Dakota. A federal judge is expected to release his ruling on the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe's lawsuit challenging the federal permits for the project. The pipeline is set to be placed less than a mile upstream of the reservation, and there are concerns that it could impact drinking water for thousands of tribal members and millions of others downstream. Now, Governor Jack Dalrymple, meanwhile, has called in the National Guard to help with security near the protest site. For now, the Guard will only be involved in an administrative capacity, helping man what was a traffic stop on Highway 1806. However, the governor does have the option to call in more guardsmen if the situation changes. Well, we are coming up on 6:51 this morning. Time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones, and we start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. It's looking rather lovely out there this morning. Here's a look on our Skycam sun about to rise there on the eastern horizon as we're looking toward the Moorhead area, and expect to have more sunshine throughout the day today. It's looking pretty good on your planner. Here's a look at those temperatures rising from the 50s and eventually into the low 70s for highs. We'll have some sun to start for most of the morning, and I even think into the afternoon there's a good portion of us who will still enjoy sun, but on the whole, clouds will be increasing throughout the day, especially in the afternoon and evening. And then there may be a shot of some showers for later on tonight as well. Can't rule out a thunderbolt as well with that too. So kind of a repeat of yesterday's weather, just not quite as warm as what we had during the day. Wind will become a little bit more northwesterly and picking up to the teens to 20 miles per hour by the afternoon. There's a lot of activity in the tri-state area, but we are mainly quiet here in the valley. There are a couple of showers working their way into northeastern South Dakota that may affect us in our far southern viewing area. In between that and this area up north where we've been seeing a little bit of rain, that looks like it's mainly moving on. We do have some quieter weather in between those two areas. 53 degrees in Grand Forks, it's 54 in Fargo, a cool 48 in Langdon, and in contrast, Detroit Lakes is at 59 degrees. Here's a look at your planner for tomorrow. If you're heading out to the tailgate, we'll start off pretty cool in the upper 40s, but mostly sunny. And then heading into the Fargo Dome for the game, temperatures at that point will be into the low 70s and still enjoying that sunshine as well. So looking good. Visibility is good as well for us coming up in the forecast. So mostly sunny skies today. We'll see a chance for some rain showers coming up into the afternoon and evening. You can see those working their way through. Behind that, quieting down significantly coming up. So this weekend looks pretty good once we clear that out. Saturday, mostly sunny, 73. And Sunday, fantastic, 80 degrees and mostly sunny. Let's check in with Al.
Police, we're back out here on the Metro Interstate Loop. I'm headed east on I-94, and boy, I'll tell you what, it is busy out here this morning. Not only on I-94, both east and westbound, but Interstate 29 as well, particularly northbound. Travel speeds are up there now. We're getting pretty close to 65 miles an hour. If you're not going that fast, you're liable to get run down. We have a stalled car. Told you about it a little bit earlier this morning. It's on eastbound Interstate 94, right near the overpass at University Drive. Make sure you're looking out for that thing. No lights, no flashers. Looks like it might have lost a wheel or a tire or something like that. Drive carefully today. Willamette Valley today traffic.
Well, 6:52 now, and if you're just about to head out the door for your morning drive, the North Dakota Highway Patrol is asking you to pay special attention and slow down on I-94 in Fargo. Flashing lights filled that highway during the morning rush hour yesterday. 5 crashes in just 20 minutes. It all started when a motorcycle rear-ended a pickup near the tri-level. Slowing traffic led to 4 more wrecks. Now, there were only minor injuries, but it caused a major traffic jam for more than an hour. Troopers say that driving east can be an extra challenge in the mornings this time of year because of the angle of the sun. A Minnesota man is in critical condition after a crash on Highway 59. The State Patrol says a truck was headed north and veered off the road and hit a tree. It happened just before 7 yesterday morning. The driver, 25-year-old Lance Peterson of Ogama, was lifted to Sanford Medical Center in Fargo. In our schemes and ripoffs this morning, a website glitch with PayPal is causing lots of customers to have money missing from their accounts. A customer service representative with the company says they are working to fix the issue. We don't know yet, however, if it's related to a recent phishing scam that has hit other PayPal accounts. We did talk with a local expert who says it's important to watch out for any unusual charges that could be a sign of someone trying to see if they can take money from your account. If you're going to use PayPal, they also say you should connect it to a credit card, not your bank account. That way, if something does happen, the credit card company can help you fight it. An East Grand Forks woman is facing up to 5 years in prison after allegedly trying to steal her way to a pull tab winner. 31-year-old Shandy Como faces a felony robbery charge. It happened just after 10 Friday night at the El Rocco Bar in Grand Forks. According to court records, a gaming employee saw Como walk behind the pull tab station, grab around 15 to 20 pull tabs, and try to walk out of the bar. Como has pleaded not guilty. A 21-year-old Crookston man has been charged with trying to strangle his partner. Taylor Maracle faces charges of felony domestic assault and gross misdemeanor domestic assault. According to court documents, he told police he came home drunk from a bar and got into an argument with his partner about his partner's drug use. 6:54 now, and time now to get a first look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Ryan Bierke is wanted for felony theft of property. We have his picture up on your screen right now. You're asked to call your local law enforcement if you have any information. For 20 years now, it has been a tradition in the Fargo area, raising money to fight cancer. 61 for 61 is officially underway once again this morning, and that is where we find the Valley News team's Ashley Bishop live at the Family Fair parking lot on 25th Street South in Fargo. Hi, Ashley.
Good morning, Kyle. That's right. We're here at 25th Street in Fargo at the Family Fair. You're going to want to stop out here. This is the headquarter location for all things 61 for 61. Joining me right now is Dave Jacobs from the 107.9 The Fox Morning Show, where they're doing their radiothon out here. And behind us is the memory wall. Talk to me about the importance of this wall.
The wall represents, now when we started this 17 years ago, I'm the guy that was on the billboard, me and our other morning show partner, Kevin Flynn at the time. We lived on a billboard for 61 hours, and that's how this thing kind of started off. And, well, OSHA and all their wisdom, we'll just leave it at that, kicked us off. Long story short, this became the billboard on the grounds. But what I would do back in the day was people would shout up loved ones' names, and I would write it on the billboard. So
now you give them the opportunities to write it.
That's exactly right. Now they can, and it just shares in the fellowship that this has become in the past 17 years. And the nice thing about this is the original wall that we've used since we've been off the billboard. So in a way, all those names are still there. They just get whitewashed over every year. So all those people, all those names that we've lost throughout the years, even though we can't see them anymore, they're still with us. And so it's kind of a heartwarming thing that, a lot of people that take strength from, and it's an emotional thing. By the end of the day, this is going to be filled with names. And I invite everybody to come down here to our 25th Street and 32nd Avenue location to check it out for yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, Dave. That's right. You can come down here, make a donation, and sign the wall and dedicate it to a loved one. Or if you're fighting cancer, put your name up there. Kyle?
Lots of ways to help out and be involved in this great event, and that is one of the best ones. It's one of my favorite things to do every year. Stop by, say hi to those guys, and write a couple names down there in memory of not only people that have lost their lives, but people that have beaten cancer as well. Ashley Bishop reporting live for us this morning. Thanks, Ashley. Well, of course, it is another big weekend of Bison football, and you know the saying, the best defense is sometimes the best offense. It is a bit of cliche in sports, but it's one that NDSU is hoping holds true this weekend. The Bison set to take on Eastern Washington, the #1 offense in FCS. So their idea, control the tempo of the game by keeping their offense on the field. Of course, we heard from head coach Chris Kleiman a little bit earlier this week. He said they like to rush the ball at least 50 times to make sure the Eagles stay on the sidelines.
They have an explosive offense, and part of our defensive plan is keeping our offense on the field. So it's going to be important to just stay out there.
Of course, you can watch all of the action right here on KVLY as we kick off another year of Bison football. Saturday's coverage begins at 1:30 with the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show, leading you right up to the 2:30 kickoff between NDSU and Eastern Washington. Well, there is another pretty big football game this weekend that Bison fans and lots of folks in our area are going to have their eye on. Carson Wentz set to make his NFL debut this Sunday. And yes, you can watch the game on KX4. Eagles, Cleveland Browns, featuring Carson Wentz at starting QB for Philadelphia, set to kick off at noon. Well, we have some exciting news that we want to share with you this morning. You'll soon be getting an extra half hour of the Valley Today. Starting on Monday, you can watch the Valley Today live on the Fargo CW from 7 to 7:30 every Monday through Friday morning. It's our chance to bring you even more up-to-the-minute news and weather from the most watched morning news team in the Valley. Again, it's all getting started Monday on the brand new Fargo CW. Check your local listings, and we hope that you'll check us out Monday morning. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 57% of men have had the same one of these since childhood. The answer, the same best friend. You can take part in our question in the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Big weekend, obviously, lots going on, and sounds like the weather should be pretty decent.
Yeah, even today it will be a little cool. We'll be in the 70s, low 70s. In Fargo, we'll have some sunshine, and then we're going to get some rain showers moving through tonight. Fortunately, that pattern ends just in time for the weekend, and we'll see sunny skies. A little cool Saturday morning for tailgaters, but we end the weekend with 80 on Sunday.
Hey, we're still getting into the 70s. It's going to be way better than November and December when
that's for sure.
It's well below zero. That's a look at our news this morning. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday.